Hello everybody, welcome back to the Buffness. So there's this one problem that I noticed in comments on people's videos and stuff like that in the Balisong community that kind of needs to be addressed, okay? So this is like the issue with people trying to figure out how to freestyle, okay? This is something that I've had to figure out all by myself because nobody really does tutorials on it. I was looking quite a bit, and sure, like Will Hirsch had a video on learning flow, but that doesn't quite, like, it's not quite the same. Freestyling, it's like a lot of it is a mindset, a lot of it is practicing each individual trick by itself, and another thing is learning connecting tricks, okay? Tricks to get out of each individual trick and into another one. So I'm gonna go over all that stuff. So the first thing that you should probably work on when trying to freestyle is before you actually get into the freestyling, you have to learn each individual trick pretty well, okay? It can't be all choppy and where you mess it up every time, okay? It's gotta be pretty clean, at least somewhat, okay? So, like, let's say the behind the 8-ball. I do this trick all the time. I'm still not perfect at it, but I've gotten it to a point where 80% of the time, I can get it right and get it looking pretty clean. And that is really helpful when you are trying to freestyle. Another thing, like the shortstop, okay? That was a terrible shortstop. That was also terrible. The shortstop. Oh my gosh! The shortstop is my favorite move when my fingers aren't cold. And I practiced it a lot. I do this trick more than I do any other trick. And it's because I practice it so much. I practice this trick so much, that's probably why I use it so much. Sometimes I'll use it at the beginning of my tricks like I did in yesterday's video. Sometimes I'll do it at the end as a finisher, or just in the middle, because I have a trick to get out of it, which I will go over in a minute. Okay, so just practice each individual trick until you can get it very consistent most of the time. Okay, once you can do that, then you won't screw up as much, so that you can kind of get a 15 to 20 second combo going without dropping the knife. Okay, so something else that you need to learn when trying to freestyle is connecting moves. Okay, they're very important because, like, sure, you can do the behind the 8-ball, but then if you just finish it like that, then that's just one trick. That's not freestyling. That's the behind the 8-ball. Okay, something you can do though, okay, instead of doing a wrist pass and just opening the knife, do a whip rollover. That was not a whip rollover. Okay, right here, whip rollover. Okay, that only extended it by a little bit, but that's because I could go a lot further. See, whip rollover and do shortstop. Okay, so the whip rollover is one of the most important connection tricks. I use it quite often. I know a lot of people use it way more than me because it does look cool, and it's a good way to extend your move, extend your combo. Okay, because once you do the whip rollover, you can do like 5 tricks after it if you do things right. You can even use a whip rollover like 2 or 3 times per combo.
Oh my God.
Okay, so whip rollover, something you need to work on, and it will help you become a lot better. Okay, another thing that I use a lot more than the whip rollover, because I do the shortstop all the time, right? Where do you go from a shortstop? You can do like an ice pick close, or you can do what I love to do. Okay, you drop down whatever handle is closest to the edge, to the ends of your fingers. Just drop that down, kind of tilt your hand like this, just tilt it horizontally, and then do like a thumb roll. Okay, it looks very nice if you do it right, because you can just do a wrist pass. It's a great way to finish your trick. Or you can do like an aerial. Okay, there's tons of things that you can do just from there. Okay, just from the shortstop into whatever that's called. Okay, you could do infinite shortstops if you wanted to. I've done that a couple times. It's pretty fun. But that move is very important, okay? You have to learn stuff like that, okay? Freestyling, you can't do it without connection moves, okay? Last connection move I'm gonna go over. I don't know how, like, I don't know. Some people might not think it's a connection move, but I do. Aerials, okay? Do an aerial. Sure, it's a great finisher. But then you can do like a fan and do a shortstop, and then do that one move that I love to do that doesn't have a name. Okay? You can do all that kind of stuff. It's great. Okay? That was a combo right there, just right off the top of my head. Okay? The last thing that you got to do to get better at freestyling, other than learning connection moves and isolating each move until you get it right, it's in the mind, okay? The last part of it is in the mind, okay? You have to practice it over and over again until your mind figures out what tricks link together the other tricks, okay? Your mind has to get faster so that it can, like, remember what you got to do to extend your trick so that it can go further, okay? So that just takes practice and time. I've spent hundreds of hours probably at this point working on my freestyling because I do it like hours a day. So yeah, that is about all I got. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. There's finally a tutorial now for how to freestyle. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, I'm using my Kraken clone. I've had it for about 2 weeks. Still doing great. So yeah, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any other videos. Got a Tutorial Tuesday coming up on Tuesday, so look out for that. Gonna be teaching you how to do the behind the 8 ball for all you people who don't know how to do it. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching.